Now we're going to talk about adding like terms. I'm going to write that down so you can be sure to know what I'm saying. We're adding like terms. That means we're going to add things that are the same. So I was talking in class today. If you had apples and bananas, and yes, this is why I'm a math teacher and not an artist, not an art teacher. If you had apples and bananas, you can't add them together. There are 3 apples and 3 bananas. You cannot add them together and say you have 3 or 6 apple bananas. That doesn't make sense. There's no such thing as an apple banana. What you have is 3 apples plus 3 bananas, and that's as simple as you can make that. So similarly, if you have the problem 3x plus 5 minus xy plus 2xy minus 5x, and it tells you in your book to add the like terms, you can only add things together that are similar. So if we have here an x, and we have this term xy. We have another xy, and then we have another x. The x's are like. That means it's as if we can call these the apples. The xy's are similar as well, and we can call them bananas. We can combine the apples, and we can combine the bananas, but we can't mix them together. So what we can say is, if we have 3 apples, 3x, take away, like I said before, watch the sign, take away 5 apples, you're going to end up with negative 2 apples, which would be negative 2x. So 3x minus 5x is negative 2x. That's as simple as you can make it. Now let's move on to these bananas. Let's move on to the xy's. Here we have minus xy, which is the same as which is the same as negative 1xy, and we're adding 2 xy's. So if we're at minus 1 and we add 2, we're going to end up at positive 1. So negative xy plus 2xy is a positive 1xy, which can also be written simply as xy. So that's as simple as you can make that. So we've taken care of both of the apples, and we've also taken care of both the bananas. Now we only have this plus 5 left. So when adding like terms in this problem, you end up getting negative 2x plus xy plus 5, and this would be your answer. So you can only add things that are like. So we're going to practice another one. And I wanted to make sure that you knew that if you have a 2xy in a problem, and later on, let's say you have a 4yx, you can change these 2 numbers or 2 letters around to make it look like this one. You can change 4yx into 4xy. Those things are equal. And the reason why you know that is, very similarly, if this was 2 times 4, that is the same as 4 times 2. It doesn't matter which order you multiply them in, they both equal 8. And for that reason, 4yx equals 4xy. I just wanted to make sure that you know that, because in a problem, if you had 2xy plus 4yx, those are like terms. Even though they don't look similar here, we know that it can be written this way, because this is the same as this. So 2xy's plus 4xy's would be like saying 2 apples plus 4 apples equals how many? 6. 6 apples, or 6xy. So let's try a problem that looks like this. Let's try 4 plus 7mxy plus 5 plus 3yxm minus 15. We have to add all of these, and we can only add the terms that are like. In this problem, we see that there are 3 numbers. Those ones are similar, and they can be added together. The other thing that we see that we have is we have 7 mxy's, and we have 3 yxm's. If you remember from up here, we can change this 3yxm to make it look like this, 3mxy. We are able to put those in a different order. And when you do that, you can see that you have a positive 7mxy plus 3mxy's. That's like saying you have 7 apples plus 3 apples, which gives you 10. So we have a positive 10mxy. We took care of those, and now we just simply have these numbers left. So we have 4 plus 5, which is 9, minus 15, which is negative 6. So when you add those together, you get 10mxy minus 6. That would be your answer right there. If you chose to do the numbers first, your answer would look like this. 4 plus 5 is 9, minus 15 is negative 6. And then you would do 7mxy plus 3mxy would give you 10mxy, which means your answer would look like this. Both answers are correct. They are just written in a different form.